Hey guys, welcome to this week's Battle of the Facts episode, which is The Simpsons versus SpongeBob. Now, if you don't know what the Battle of the Facts is, it's a series where I take two series and make them battle, and which one I would like by facts. Like, the way I will determine this is which characters I find more better, which plot line I like better, and all that. And I think there's 4 questions. And the winner will be, in Facts, my favorite series. So, yeah, let's get into it. Now, you know this Battle of the Facts was coming from last week, because last week's Battle of the Facts was incredibly short, and I decided to release the information on this week's Battle of the Facts early. But anyway, let's get to the Battle of the Facts. So first up, let's go characters. Let's go from the Simpsons side. First up is Homer Simpson. Homer Simpson is what some people like to call an idiot. But he is not the brightest person, I would like to put it. He often comes up with the stupidest of ideas. But at the end, we always see that he sort of has a kind heart most of the time. And I remember, well, I guess you could say it, unless there's that one episode where Lisa ripped the check for, I think it was like $1,000, and Homer got in a coma or something. That, kind-hearted most of the time when it doesn't involve cash. But definitely one of the funniest Simpsons character in my opinion. So now let's go to the next Simpsons character. Bart Simpson. El Barto. Definitely the most mischief, or I guess troublemaking Simpson out there, who spray paints all over Springfield and does a lot of things that would be bad in my opinion. But you also can see that most of the Simpsons do have a kind heart just by watching the episodes. But there's Bart Simpson for you. Now let's get to Lisa Simpson. Lisa Simpson is the smartest Simpson out of all of them, who is incredibly good at math, science, any subject in school that you can think of. But when it comes to her not doing so well in these subjects, she takes it incredibly seriously and never gives up till she gets better at that, which is she's incredibly determined. She does have a really kind heart like all the other Simpsons. Now let's get to the last member of the Simpsons character list, Marge. Now, before I go on, yes, I do know that there are thousands of Simpson characters out there, but I'm just going over the main ones today. Marge, I don't think she has much character. She is a loving mother, a loving wife to her husband, Homer, and definitely caring with a kind heart. But that's about all I can think of. You're going to have to watch some of the episodes to get more of her personality, but anyway, that's the Simpsons side, so let's get to SpongeBob's side. SpongeBob, the main man of his show himself. SpongeBob, I guess, is what you could call a goofy kind of guy that definitely has the most kindest heart in all of Bikini Bottom, likes to have fun, a dedicated worker, and there's a lot you could say about him. But now let's get to Patrick. Patrick is sort of like Homer, except I do find Homer a lot more funnier. Patrick is not the brightest of the character, but you do see that he does have a kind heart, and I guess that's what matters. And he's doing what's right. That's about Patrick. Now let's get to the next character. Mr. Krabs is incredibly greedy and would do anything for money. As we can see, anything. I remember this one episode that a lot of people were talking about on the internet for a while, where Squidward actually paints a portrait, and this one artist says the painting's worth a lot more if the painter's out of the picture. So Mr. Krabs actually sends Squidward all to these dangerous places to try to get him killed so he can sell a painting and get more money. So he is definitely the greediest character, I think, in all of television. And I think self-centered is what he is. I was able to say kind-hearted for most of every character, but I cannot say that for him. He is just overall incredibly greedy. Now let's get to the next SpongeBob character. Squidward. Squidward is someone that you can often relate to. he is often defined as the grumpy character, but he has a very good reason. SpongeBob and Patrick are his neighbors, and they tend to make a lot of noise, and he just kind of wants to have a nice relaxing day without getting bugged by the two, which is really understanding, and you can see that SpongeBob and Patrick kind of drove him kind of grumpy by never giving him any peace or alone time. But that's Squidward for you. Now, I'm going to have to give this one to The Simpsons. Definitely, I grew up with both of these series, but I have seen a lot more Simpsons episode, and The Simpsons often like to build up their characters, but for SpongeBob, they only usually build up SpongeBob as a character, so I'm going to have to give this point to The Simpsons. Both of their episode plots usually are exactly the same. A goofy scenario, but most of them actually, for The Simpsons, they can go into a dark place, as we have seen in several episodes. SpongeBob is a kid's show, so it can't really do that. I'm going to say The Simpsons have a lot more adult topics most of the time, and like to, base topics on some of the adult issues, like Donald Trump. And SpongeBob can't really do that because it's not really an adult show. So once again, I'm going to have to give the point to The Simpsons. So The Simpsons is 2 and SpongeBob is 0. But now, the next question is, let's compare Springfield and the Bikini Bottom. Now, Springfield is this huge town that we have grown to know. We know where basically everything is and where it is. It's a huge town where we know a lot of things are. The Bikini Bottom is we don't really know much about. We know certain areas like, the beach, the Krusty Krab, SpongeBob's house, a few other places, but they often make new areas just for episodes, and you can see The Simpsons do that, but the way they do it, they explore an area of town or something that they've never been in, or just new thing just built. SpongeBob sort of just puts it, oh, this was always there, but you don't really know it. So once again, I'm going to have to give the point to The Simpsons, and we don't even have to go to the 4th question, because The Simpsons win. I'm sorry, SpongeBob, but The Simpsons, in my opinion, by facts, is definitely my favorite out of the 2 series. But next time is definitely a surprise, because you guys were lucky last week, and I already gave you the series just because the one last week was short. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye-bye.